welcome to the channel. It's Diane's Decorating and More. I'm putting together this quick little lemon blueberry coffee cake for this month of June. So we're going to get into putting this cake together. We've got all of our ingredients pre-measured out. Everything's at room temperature and we're ready to roll. You will see this video uploaded shortly thereafter for one of the table decorations that I will be adding to the channel as well. So it's like a combination of different videos that I'll be doing throughout the month of June with the colors of blue in it, whether it's decorating or whether it's baking. All right, so be sure to like, share, and comment. Let me know what you think of the videos that you're seeing for this month of June that are uploaded to the channel. And be sure to subscribe if you're not a subscriber so you can know what's going on the channel as well. All right, so now we're gonna get into this video. All right, we have our 2 cups of blueberries here. Now you can use frozen or you can use fresh. Doesn't matter for this particular recipe. All right, we're gonna have 2 tablespoons of our lemon zest that we're going to be putting in there. And we're gonna be using 3 eggs, which are put at room temperature as well. We're gonna have half a cup of butter, which is equal to 1 of the sticks, okay, that you can use in there. Now the butter that you're gonna use is unsalted, okay, in this particular recipe, because you're gonna add a half a teaspoon of salt to it. So that's why it's unsalted, just to let you know that part. All right, okay, and I'm going to cut in and out of the video to make sure that you can capture and see everything that I'm putting in here, because I don't want you to miss out on anything. All right, so first up we're going to go ahead and put our butter in there, and we're going to put the sugar. And this sugar is extra fine. It's not your regular sugar that you buy. I chose extra fine because I wanted it not to be too heavy in the cake. So whenever you want something to be kind of light and fluffy, extra light and fluffy, be sure to use the extra fine sugar, because sugar in and of itself is a heavy, it's very heavy. All right, so we're going to use 1 cup of our sugar on top of our butter here. And we're going to just whip this until it's fluffy. That should take about 5 minutes. And I'm not using my big mixer. I'm using this right here, my handheld, okay? So as I said before, I'm just gonna whip this in here until it is fluffy. All right, and then I'll come back and show you the end result of that. So sit tight. Okay, so now we have our butter and our sugar fluffed up, okay? And I'll show you what that looks like. Alrighty, that's what you're looking for. All right, and so now we're gonna go ahead real quick and add in the zest of lemon. Okay, we're doing 1 tablespoon of that, 1 full tablespoon. Okay. All right, I had some left over there because I did 2 lemons. I might put some in the topping on top of the cake, you know, before you bake it and put it in the oven and stuff. So I might do that. All right, so we're gonna do the vanilla and the milk. Okay, and then we're gonna do our eggs 1 at a time. All right, so we're gonna put that in there. And that's your milk. Now you can use buttermilk too, if you want to, but this is just whole milk. And I put the extracts in there already, okay? So that's done. And the extracts I use is our vanilla, butter, and I use some lemon, okay, 1 of each, but 2 on the vanilla. And I'll put all that in the comment section of the video so that way you know exactly what to use in there. Okay, so we got our milk, our extracts, and our zest of lemon already in there. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and put in the eggs. All right, 1 at a time. And I'll just blend that in there. And that's just until it's combined in there. right. And the last one. Okay. All right, and those are your large eggs. That's what I'm using in this mix. All right, so then we're gonna go ahead and put in our dry ingredients because the blueberries are gonna be hand folded into the batter. Okay, last, always put your, whatever you're baking, something that pertains to a fruit or nuts. On my channel, I usually put that in last because I like to do it by hand. I don't want to, make a mess by putting it all in there at the beginning because then it tends to like create too much of something. So it's always wise to put it in at the end of the mix because you can hand do it and you can control exactly how much you need to put in there, either a little or less or or more, whatever. So that's what I find that works for me when I'm baking things like this. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and add in our flour. In the flour, you have your salt, okay, that I was talking about. You have your baking powder, okay, as well, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and scoop that in and mix it in with our machine here. And just a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. Okay, you can do half because all of our liquids are already in there. And so you just mix it in. All right. It smells really good too. So next we're gonna go ahead and add in the other half. All right, and that's all done. So we'll set that to the side. And we're going to scrape down the sides of the bowl. Make sure we get everything in there. Turn. Scrape down this side. All right. That all back in there. And continue. All right. So now, finish mixing that. Set that over there. Okay. Now, we're gonna taste the batter because I wanna make sure I have a balance of everything that I really want to pop in this cake. Perfect. I like that. Don't need anything else. Everything is balanced out. I don't have to add anything. All right, so we're at the end point already, believe it or not. So we're gonna go ahead and start folding in our berries now. We'll scrape some of this off of here back into the mix. So I don't want to lose anything. I want all of the mixture to be in the pan. Okay, just take a few seconds to get that all back in there from your beaters. Get all of that goodness off of there. That's what I like to call it. Everything goes in the cake, everything. Nothing's left behind. And I see that some of the zest is wrapped around the beaters too. So that's another thing you can do is fold that in by hand if you do this recipe. You can fold it in at the end. You don't have to add it like I did. Okay, and you'll avoid getting it all tangled up in your beaters. Just another tip there. All right, so now we're ready to pour in or fold in our blueberries. So I'm using a big spoon here. I'm going to just drop them in a little bit like that, just a little bit, not much. It calls for 2 cups of these blueberries, but you can see these blueberries are humongous. So I may not use all of the blueberries in all honesty. I'll take a look. That's why I say watch my videos carefully, because I change up a lot right in the middle of stuff. Okay. Okay. Get this hand here. All right, so we're gonna fold those blueberries in. Just fold them in just like that. If you can see that. Okay. Just fold them in. Not too much, stirring or anything like that is necessary. Okay. All right. So it's gonna bake beautifully, I'm sure. Sure about that. Okay. So add a little more in there. So after all, it is a blueberry coffee cake. In actuality, maybe a cup of blueberries. Them being that size, a cup. Okay. Reaching all the way down to the bottom of the bowl and pulling it up. Alrighty. And that's it. And we're gonna put this batter into our prepared pan. The pan that I'm using is one of those lift pound cake pans. The insert that you can lift out. And I'll show you that in a second. So see that? This is one of those lift pans. This comes out. So, and I have lined it with parchment paper around the edges and on the bottom. And I'm gonna go back and reinforce it with some baker's joint. It's just my preference because I don't want anything to stick. Okay. Give it a good shake there. And now we're gonna pour this in here and we're gonna put it in the oven to bake. It's gonna be 350 degrees. Let's see if I can do this one. Yeah, I hope you see that. Can you see that? Okay. Just let it fall all around the edges there. Okay. Let it fall. The wrong or right way to do it. Just get it in the pan. Now I'm gonna just kind of like spread this around in here to make sure it's balanced as much as I possibly can in there. And this particular coffee cake, lemon blueberry coffee cake that is, okay, it calls for a crumb topping. The crumb topping consists of flour, sugar, and butter. That's it. Flour, sugar, and butter. That's what a crumb topping looks like. It should look like. Okay? I'm just gonna take it, using my spoon here, and just put it on top of the cake, just like that. Okay, that's what it looks like before it's going in the oven. Alrighty, and that is it. We're gonna pop this in the oven, guys. It's gonna go in there at 350. It's gonna bake at 45 to 55 minutes, depending on how the insert comes out clean or whatever. And then We're gonna let it cool down. We're gonna put our glaze on top. And again, the glaze is also your powdered sugar, a touch of butter, a touch of milk, and some of the lemon flavoring. Okay, and a touch of the zest from the lemon. All right, and we'll be right back, so stay tuned. And I was coming back on to show you exactly what this glaze look like. It's gonna go on top of this coffee cake here. All right, that's your lemon blueberry coffee cake. This is it here. So it turned out absolutely beautiful. She is gorgeous. Yes, she is. All right, so now we're going to lift her out of the container here. All right, placing her into our plate. Removing the side papers. Setting that to the side. All right, and your close-up shot of that. What she looks like all the way around, guys. She's beautiful and smells heavenly. Yes, she does. Yes. So, we're going to add our icing or glaze or frosting. Some people call it all kind of names. But this particular one is the glaze because it is beautiful. I'm just going to drape it back and forth just like that. Letting it just do its own thing. I tell you, I'm excited about this cake because I haven't made one in a while. So when I make a cake now, I get excited, guys. I really, really do. And I hope you enjoy the videos that you get. If you see something, know something that you want to add to the channel, it might be beneficial to the channel, drop me a comment, let me know. And I will make it for you. Yes, I will. All right. Like I said, the theme for the month of June is blue. So we're doing blueberry coffee cake, lemon blueberry coffee cake. There it goes. All right. So stay tuned what's gonna come up next in the next video as we move on into this month of June. It's gonna be a surprise every time you turn into the channel for the month of June, Lord bless. All right, we're going to cut into it. Hopefully that gives it the look close up there. So this is the cake. Oh, it smells so good. It really, really does. All right, this cake, I can't wait to taste this one. This is delicious. It really, really is. Wow. Another thumbs up. This tastes delicious, guys. And that lemon glaze that I put on top, along with the crumble that go on top of the cake. Make sure you put the crumble on there if you make this recipe. And don't skimp on the topping, okay, which is the glaze. I'll be sure to put all of that in the content section of the video for you guys, so you'll have step-by-step instructions to know how to make this particular cake, okay? All right, guys, that's all I got. Y'all go out and have a great one. Be sure to like, share, comment on this one, and don't forget to subscribe. And it's to Diane's Decorating and More. All right, stay tuned. There are more blue ideas coming up on the channel, and be sure to tune in and watch the video for the Father's Day, for the decorating as well, okay? It's gonna be loaded up on the channel, so be sure to check that one out as well. All right, blessings, and see you guys in